Hey, everybody. How's it going this evening? It's Ron with Ron's Computer Videos, joined by some amazing guests. Let's go through and let's do some introductions. Steve.
Hi, I'm Steve from Mac84, and I do things on the computers, on other computers too. You should own a computer. And my good friend over here is my good friend Joe.
Hey everybody, it's Joe of Joe's Computer Museum. We're all here to talk about Merchantosh tonight, and it's going to be super awesome. And you can find me and all my stuff at jcm-1.com. Who's next? Let's go down. Let's go with Eric below me.
Hi, I'm Eric, maintainer of RetroScuzzi, and I'm here to talk about some cool Merchantosh stuff we're going to do.
Very cool.
Oh, that way.
Nope. Hi, I'm Mikael, also known as Muon, also known as 1-Bit Fever Dreams. And now I have another channel called Any Bit Fever Dreams. And let's talk about this guy.
Oh, Javier, you're muted. You had one job. While Javier fixes it, Eric Sedge.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Hello. So, welcome to Merchantosh. And you can find me here on Merchantosh doing Merchantosh stuff. It's cool. It's awesome. What was I supposed to say? I forgot.
I think he said it.
Oh, okay, cool.
You gotta come back to me now.
Yes.
And now I'm me. It's Javier, Hubmaster of Adventures of Retro Computing. You can find me there. And let's go to Trina.
Hi, I'm Trina of Trina's Technobabble. I'm here as a first-time noob to the Merchantosh scene.
Very cool.
Cool.
Joe.
Well, I think that it would be a great thing to mention all the wonderful people that are in the chat tonight who are stopping by to hear about Merchantosh and to help us kick off this wonderful thing. We've got lots of people in the chat watching tonight. Let's run through them. We've got Everything is Broken Garage, Retro Tech or Die, Dr. Dave's Diversions. Hi, Dave. Eric Rangel, Mike's Mess. It's Mike. I haven't seen you in forever, Mike. How you doing, buddy? Francois Revol, Thomas Armstrong, Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, Mac Effects. It's Mark. Hi, Mac Effects. Who else? We got 2K Complaint, Chris Angelis, Garth Beagle. Why is Trina in the chat? What are you doing?
I was saying hi to people.
Okay. Gallows Griff, Gut Bomb, yes. And Tom Barber, Googly Eye Tom. Who else we got? Jeremy's Vintage Apple, Jeremy's Vintage Hillbilly Tech, Action Retro, yes. Starbuck Tech. We'll just call you 386. Chris Ebbies, and that's everybody that I saw in the list. So thank you all for stopping by to watch us on this super duper awesome thing. And we are going to have a lot of cool stuff to talk to you about tonight. So get ready. Steve, I think that you have some really cool stuff about the event that you want to discuss.
Of course. Well, you might be wondering what the heck is all this Merchantosh thing and why are we all pointing at each other? Because it's like, the pressure. So Merchantosh is a fun event that we do every March, hence the name. And it's just one of those things where we'd like to get together with like-minded folks who like Apple and Macintosh things and just produce content, whether it's a video or a blog or a podcast or any type of creative media that you like to do. Just sort of center around vintage Macs and make posts about them, make content about them, and just have fun with it. Collaborate with people. There's a bunch of stuff that you could do. You don't have to be a video person or a podcast person if you want all the pointing. If you want to participate, there's a lot of great stuff that you could do. And you could be social about it. Share the hashtag Merchantosh on your content or your social media posts. Wherever you post your stuff, make sure you use the hashtag Merchantosh. And there's a lot of other content from previous years. So if you are just trying to figure out like what people have been doing, that's a great way to familiarize yourself with that. And Ron will be talking about that in a moment. But the best way to hype up this event and make sure it's successful is to share that hashtag on social media and talk to your friends who are also retro, or maybe they're just trying to get into something retro Mac, and maybe this will be a great time to start learning about it, because retro Macs are fun and we're all geeking out about them all the time. So, and thank you Mac Effects for the super sticker. Quack.
Yeep.
Yeep. And so the whole goal of Marcintosh is just have fun, be social about it, share the hashtag, and make sure that you make your best effort to do it in March. But don't worry if you're really into the weeds on a project and it's just about to change to another month that's not March, you can still do it. It's okay. Just remember to try. Don't beat yourself up, because none of us have been there before. So,
I have no idea what you're talking about. Looks over shoulder at projects that are like years late.
So there are some do's and don'ts about this. I'm not going to go through the exhaustive list about that, because my good friend Ron has a great tip of where you can find all this information about Marcintosh, so you don't have to remember all the words that came out of my mouth.
Yes, and thank you, Dave. That's very, very kind for your donation. There is a website that is set up for folks that want to participate in the event. It was one of those things that when the initial kind of conversations about the event started, that it was like, hey, there needs to be an easy way for people to understand how to participate. Because I know there's a lot of hashtag events and stuff that go on, but I think that it hurts participation when people don't know how to do it, because they don't want to do it wrong. They don't want to make people mad. They just want to have fun. So the idea was, the way that people can have fun is to write things down. So that's what we did. If you go to marcintosh.com, you can get more information about how to participate. Basically, a little bit of the history of the event, when it starts, when it ends, who can participate, what type of media, what content platforms are welcome to use the hashtag, and also like a brief kind of summary that it was the do's are: you want to have fun, you want to build friendships, you want to promote Macintosh retro computing, you want to use the Marcintosh hashtag. You can even start using it here that we're a few days out from the actual event starting. Start using it now, just to kind of build a little bit of a buzz. Thanks again. Make sure to use Javier's official artwork, which is available for download in a couple of different formats on the website. And again, thank you, Javier, for kicking that all together. And what we have done kind of in newer eras is, since because originally it was sort of more like PowerPC 68K, and last year, just because of sort of like how M1 and M2 and all the new processors have kind of taken over, that it's now like, hey, do some Intel Mac content and stuff as well. But there's basically the biggest don't is don't stress yourself out. Like make some fun videos, do it on things that you're really, really interested in. But focus on the classic Macintoshes. And again, there's a full listing out there, and there's also a really great style guide that has information about fonts, that has information. Again, there's the different sort of version or copies of the logo in a couple of different formats to make things easy for you. And that's pretty much it. So
cool beans.
Cool. And I will throw things back to Steve.
Sure. So there's a lot of great content that has been created in past years, and so I'm just thinking of like the cool stuff that I want to see this year, and I'm going to be just thinking off the top of my head. I think what's really neat about what I've seen people do at Marcintosh is like the modifications that they do to their own systems, whether it's putting a blue SCSI into something or making their Macintosh Plus have external SCSI or something fun like that, like with the internal SCSI rather. And one of the best things that I saw last year was just like the 3D printing stuff that people did to add like a SD card slot to their Mac, or they redid the bezel for a Power Mac. So I just thought that was really cool. That was some of the things that I thought were neat. But we're going to go through all of us. I'm going to see what Ron, you didn't go. So Ron, what do you think you'd like to see this year from people?
Oh, I want to see more content that focuses on newer versions of Mac OS on older machines. I really hope somebody makes a video where it's like we shoehorned like I don't know, like Sonoma onto a 2008 iMac or something like that, like something that would just be like home of the 4-hour boot sequence.
I think Sean's ears are burning right now.
Yeah, I would like to see zany content of like kind of like how far can we push this, and kind of along the lines of Dr. Dave's Diversions, who was in year 1 for Marchintosh, was one of like the first video out the gate, and it was Mac stuff on Amiga, and just kind of pushing that as far as you could for performance. And just experimenting and doing weird stuff that was just exactly. So that was that type of content. That's what I'd really like to see.
Mm-hmm. Javier is showing us his magic sack.
Mm-hmm.
Trina.
Dave. So yeah, I would actually. I'm sorry to interrupt, but yeah,
go ahead.
See these kind of things too. Using Mac in different systems like the Amiga and the Atari that I heard in the past. Back in the day, they were cheap options to have a Mac. So I would love to see how they install it, how they use it over there. That's one of the things that I tried and I never achieved. So I would like to see it.
Mm-hmm. What I would love to see this year is more hardware hacking. Which is a sorely missed area in the Macintosh community, only because, especially with the most classic of Macs, your 128, the Plus, the classic, all that stuff, they were just not designed to be amenable to hacking. But I love it when people take some sort of concept and like, I'm going to make this work on here, and hold on to your butts because it's happening. I also would love to see some folks. Yeah, there you go. I would also love to see some folks do some things, some passion project that they've been wanting to do on their classic Mac for like 20 years, but never had the time to do it. But they hear about Marchintosh this year, and they take that chance to do some sort of passion project with their Mac, whether it's a hardware thing, a software thing, restoring their original 128K Mac to its perfect out-of-box glory, whatever it is. I want to see those projects where people are thoroughly enjoying and having fun playing with those old computers again. Who's next?
Mr. Helgeson.
Let's go, Eric.
Oh, yes. Well, I don't know. I think what I want to see is kind of along those lines of hardware hacking is software hacking, just because that's more of my wheelhouse and more of what, I mean, there's so many, I see so many projects out there of people, building tooling and building things around just like parsing and working with like classic Mac file systems, classic Mac resources, and things like that. I think there's a lot of building blocks out there already, and people are just kind of diving into kind of those technical manuals and technical things and building like modern tooling around that, which then those building blocks allow other people to come in and build on top of them and make some cool things. So that's kind of what I'm interested in, seeing some software development stuff going on.
I can go next. Like, I like to sit on the line between software and hardware, but I guess on average, I'm more into software than most people in this group. And one of the things that bugs me is that there's so many great fluid games, action games written for the very first Macintoshes, and there's a huge gap in my mind that doesn't understand how to do it, like the speed of the graphic refresh that's needed to make them work. And they do work because we have a ton of examples that work. And when you dig into the books, you just can't find any help. Like the knowledge is kind of evaporating right now, and it's the technical knowledge has to be refound and revisited and rediscovered, I think. And that's my obsession. You were talking about the 20-year project. I've been trying to do push this forward since 2004, so it's pretty much 20 years on the button. So if I can do an action game, I'd be very happy, and recreate some of the special effects that you can find in the early games. And I'm talking SE at most. So I'm gonna try to continue my series. That's the next segment, I guess. But I'm gonna try to, I'd love to see it. Some people try it. I know some people are doing some programming stuff, but they are not tied to Marcintosh. So if they could somehow get a hold of this event, that would be really cool. And also repair stuff I really like, because I always learn something new about electrical engineering. So especially if it's a struggle to repair something hard. So yeah.
Or burn something. Can we do that?
Yes.
You have the patent on that, Javier. So
just quickly, I also would like to see 3D stuff, new 3D stuff for the Macs, classic Macs, and the break. I would love to see that more and more.
yes, we have a lot of talented people in the 3D modeling space who participate also in our Macintosh community. So I think this is a great opportunity for them to kind of show their chops and be like, hey, speaking of it, Eric. So yeah, I would love to see a lot of cool 3D models come out too. I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eric, go.
Yeah, so I'm going to be another one of those. I'd like to see more programming voices, specifically HyperCard, obviously, because that's kind of my thing. Yes.
Everybody's doing this. Trina,
HyperCard
no.
is strong with you.
What is this? What is all this?
Welcome to HyperCard.
It's the hefty user group. I mean, the HyperCard user group.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Marcintosh for me is every month of the year. And literally, I've been working on the same game for almost a year now, and doing the debugging now and things like that. So I plan on doing a bunch of live streams every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. And for Marcintosh, it's going to be primarily digging into how I solve problems in that game, because I'm at the point now where I can start just kind of talking about what I did. So.
Nice.
Trina, what would you like to see this Marcintosh?
Never, no. So I literally, honestly, have no idea.
Cool.
And
that's going to be. So you're looking for the surprise.
I'm looking. Yeah.
Cool. So everybody surprise Trina.
Yes.
And make sure that you surprise her so much that she has to pass away and sign all of her old hardware over to me.
Wow, that got dark.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I was just gonna send her a printer. I mean, come on.
Yeah, she needs printers.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for 2 or 3 pellets of cables.
Yes.
Thanks, one bit.
All those BNC cables you sent me coming right back at you.
Oh, no.
Well, I think that is awesome. We're all looking for a different set of things, and I think they all shoehorn into each other really, really well. That said, let's talk now about what we're all planning to do for Marcintosh this year. I know we all have a lot of cool things planned. So let's start with our wonderful channel host here, Ron. What do you have in the works for Marcintosh this year?
I want to continue a project that I did last year, which was I produced a couple of sort of mid-length videos, under 15 minutes, on a couple of things that I was interested in. And this year I plan to do the same. I want to talk about kind of some recent purchases that I picked up, about things that are, I talked about it in other chat, but I want to I'll formalize that into a video. Kind of things that I'm really excited about that I've picked up recently. Not like a pickups video per se, but here's a neat thing that is kind of lost to history for Mac users kind of thing. And I also want to do what I did last year, which is a short per day. So for the entirety of Marchintosh, I went through and I had a less than a minute long little YouTube short that was just some Mac related topic. And it might just be something like, hey, here's this book, and I really like this book that's Mac related. Or it might be, hey, did you know about this thing that you can do on your Mac, or whatever. So I want to continue doing those things this year.
Cool.
All right. So I have 2 goals in mind. Full disclosure, I will probably achieve 0 of them, but I would like to do another vintage Apple basics video. I think that there's a lot of the basics that I could share with people, from a lot of great documentation and tutorials and stuff that it's sort of hard to find these days. So just the basics of using a Mac, I did a video that was very popular about that. I would love to do that. The second thing I want to do is, I have it all written, I just have to find the time to do it. I'd like to release the second part of my Mac clone series, because I need to do it. And it's perfect time, because it's one of those weird Macintosh things, and it's a perfect thing to celebrate during Marchintosh, because it's such an oddball type of a thing, and I would love to find an excuse to actually get that done. So fingers crossed. Joe, what are you up to?
What?
Besides
yes.
looking at everything.
Yeah. Oh, geez. So my first and primary goal this Marchintosh is to do my best to support everybody in the community as well as I can. Without going into too many details, my life the past month has been a little bit crazy, and it's going to be crazy during the month of March, unfortunately, and not in the hobby space, which kind of sucks, but I am going to do my best to be cross-promoting. Whenever I see somebody posting with the Marchintosh tag on media, I'm going to be reposting that. But I do have a few things that I want to, or I'm hoping to be able to get to for Marchintosh. Maybe not full videos, maybe just a live stream where I'm hanging out and working on something. But one of the things is the little Clipper Plus thing here that I'm designing, that thanks to wonderful input from and primary idea from our friend Big Bad Biologist, from John. Little device that you can put on your Mac Plus and give it internal SCSI, which is super cool. I'm not going to try to focus on that too much. It's kind of commercial and it's a little bit against the rules, but our wonderful friend Francois Revol in the chat gave me a whole bunch of cool stuff. An AAUI adapter for network connections. This cool tiny, look at how tiny it is. Look at this. It's AB. It's so tiny. This is a real-time clock replacement for the LC series. And I want to do a live stream. Hold on, I'm picking up things I dropped on the floor. I want to do a live stream of installing that, testing that out. And he also sent me some cool little 3D printed doodles that I need to get out of the package and test out. I think that would be super cool. And finally, again, I get to break the rules because I helped form Marchintosh with these wonderful 3 people here at the top. I do have a Lisa that I've been in the process of restoring. I would like to take some time this March, hopefully, to make some progress on that thing. It's a Lisa 2.5. It could be converted to a Macintosh XL, so I'm gonna call it Macintosh adjacent enough that I'll do it. We'll see. So
I updated the rules just for you.
Yeah, there you go. Aha! I have access to the domain name. I can do it. Anyway, that's what I got on my plate. Javier, what are you planning on doing for Marchintosh?
You're muted.
Yeah, I got to mute myself. Sorry. So I was thinking about working on, I don't know if you guys remember this guy. This is a toy that I converted to a real Mac, or well, you know, a Raspberry Pi inside, and actually it was featured in, I think, one magazine. I don't remember that one, but some years ago. So I revisited, and it has some things that now that I got more knowledge, I'm gonna be able to make it nicer and easier and faster. So I have another one here. So I think I'll do the full conversion, and I can, you know, fix this one and do a full conversion and a new one, so people can see how it's done and they can do their own. What about that?
I like it.
And by the way, I watched your nose grow when you said that you have more knowledge. Please.
All righty, that's it. Next.
Well, last year was the March 23, and I kicked off a series about Think C programming for the black and white Macintosh. But like the advice was general enough to target like whatever you wanted, like anything before System 7, including System 7 as well. You could branch out to color if you wanted. So it was kind of putting into video form what was floating around in explainer threads in Tinker Different. So I'm going to, at the bare minimum, I'm going to continue the series. I had like 2 more videos lined out and almost ready to go in August, right before I went to a vacation. And it fell through, and I didn't like the script. So I'm reworking on it. I'm recording like the audio again with better knowledge about sound levels and everything and filters. So at the very least, at least one video is going to be out, probably 2. And I have like other videos about my setup lined up, my audio setup, my video setup with RGB2 HDMI, and how I connect my synthesizers to my Mac SE30. So stuff like that. So in case I choke on the main videos, I have great ideas for procrastination videos. So, and I'm gonna overflow into April, that's for sure.
Sweet.
You can go, Eric.
Thank you. Yeah. So I don't know. I have a long list of things that see what I get to, but the first one, I think it was last year I started resourceforks.com. So what that is a it's there's a Mastodon account with it too at ResourceForks, and what I do is I take like a file from the garden, dump all the resource forks from it, and you can view it on a website. So if you go to resourceforks.com, you can click on one of the apps and you can browse all the icons, all the pictures, all the sounds, any resource fork that's in that file. So what I want to do for this coming March is every day take a file, run it through that, and post it. So if you guys have and gals have recommendations for games or apps you want to see dumped, so you can just kind of browse through. Sometimes it's kind of fun because you can see some hidden screens and some hidden text that was in there that you might not have known about. So that's the first one. That's just every day grab a sit file from the garden and dump it. The second part is an easy one. I started an app called Fix a Fork, which is an app that will allow you to fix resource forks. So whenever you copy a file from a modern computer to a vintage computer, a vintage Mac, you lose the resource fork. So like it says, I don't know how to open this, or I don't know what to do with this file. So I wrote an app to kind of fix that automatically for you. I got to a point and I was gonna try to wrap it up. There's like 1 or 2 things and I just never got to it. So I'll be releasing that as an open source project. So hopefully someone can take the torch on the last couple pieces in there, which just have to do with Mac file system stuff, which is just kind of just boggling my mind and I don't want to think about it anymore. So hopefully someone can help me with that. Updates to the Ultimate System 7 guide, because over the past couple of years I've gotten a lot of feedback on that and people have liked it and they said, well, you can do this and you can do that. So there's a couple of things I'd like to add to that. And since someone mentioned it in chat, I'm going to do a blog post just about the state of the FujiNet for the 68K Mac. So I have a dev board here. So it's just a FujiNet that connects to your Apple computer for floppy emulation. It's pretty early on, so don't go rushing out and buy one yet, but I'll do a post about that, so look out for that. And then I mean, I have so many. I just talked about so much stuff, and I still have more. So we'll see.
Keep going. Go, man, go.
The last thing is the one thing I'm really focusing on is a BlueScuzzi. So this is development BlueScuzzi, but it's the same as the current one, but is hooking up rotary encoders, so you can twist it, push it, buttons, and screens. So if you follow me on the socials, you'll see I have prototypes of this stuff working already, and it's just pretty much building the UI, and it'll allow you to have a menu system and interact with your BlueScuzzi in new and exciting ways. So that's my main project for Marcintosh. Lots of stuff.
Looking forward to it. That's really cool. So I did mention part of what I was going to be doing is regurgitating. I mean, talking about some of the code I did for the adventure game. I do have something else that I want to do, and it's inspired by a graphic designer, I guess, or product designer. And I thought I'd share it with you. I'm going to learn how to build keyboards, and I'm starting on a 3D printing part of it, but this, like, you know, where's the button? Here we go. So this is the concept that I saw online, and you've seen those games where you can play Oregon Trail on a little handheld, right, with a couple of buttons on it. I want to make a Macintosh that has a keyboard you can actually use, and it's going to be totally impractical, and it won't fit in your pocket, but I still want to make it. So
cool.
If it's impractical, I'll buy one.
Yes,
Joe loves
exactly.
this and supports it. And anybody who doesn't support it is mean and evil. So I support it.
Yep, Javier's doing something very similar.
But that doesn't count, Javier. That's an Apple II. Get out of here, you old Apple II guy. No, but seriously, that is a really cool project.
No, it's a great idea.
Yep. And I get to learn how to build a keyboard. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? Make your own keyboard.
Yeah.
From
We all do.
experience, let me tell you.
Yeah. Well,
pain cometh. Trina.
Hi. I'm gonna actually have 2 videos. I'm probably gonna do a live stream on a computer that I'm getting from my work wife. I won't mention anything more than that, but she came up Friday afternoon and said, "You owe me lunch." And I said, "Why?" And she said, "I have this computer downstairs that's off to the side for you."
Nice.
So, and I just double checked the Marcintosh site on my laptop, and I'm like, sweet, it falls into the category. Yay. And then also I have a Centris 650 that's just kind of sitting over there in the corner, buried with stuff. So maybe I'll dig it out and actually start playing some games with it and
Nice.
actually play around with it a little bit. It has a BlueScuzzi in it. So that came from jcm-1.com. Yeah, so I'm gonna play around with that a bit. I think this year. So
I have to add that I love that idea. It's not anything crazy fancy. It's not like I'm hacking the thing. I'm building the thing. It's like I'm getting out my old computer and I'm gonna play with it.
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Way cool.
Cool.
So I think we're up to who are all of us here?
Yeah.
And, how do support people go thing? So Ron, who are you? Why are you here? And what do you do that makes you so do?
Oh, well, I just it's fiber is really what it comes down to, Steve. It's just a good intake. It's nature's broom.
Let me write this down. Hold on.
Nature's broom.
It's a big lump of knobs. It has
No, actually, hi everybody. I'm Ron from Ron's Computer Videos. You can find out more information about what I'm doing if you go to ronscompvids.com. I post on social media. I make little funny videos. I make not funny videos. And then I make things about Macintosh and retro computing and things like that. But the focus of this month, Marcintosh and all that. And I'm really looking forward to pumping out some quality Macintosh content because it is kind of my first love. I do like PC stuff. I like all that, but it's the Macs have always really spoke to me. So I'm very excited for this month and to do fun things.
And by the way, we just quickly, RetroTech or Die has come up with a new hashtag, Fiber February.
Oh yeah, there you go. Fibrary.
Library.
Let's make it as hard to say as possible.
Yes, it'll be a perfect or like a second feature with the rural juror, or maybe urban fervor. One or the other.
Well, I'm Steve from Mac84. You can find me on the YouTubes or Mac84.net. I've also been archiving a lot of CDs recently, so this is a Apple student resource set.
Oh, cool.
There you go. So that's going to be on the Internet Archive and Macintosh Garden very soon. I've also been updating my website with some new recapping guides. So I think I have almost all of the Macintosh LC style power supply guides there. I think I'm missing just one or two. So that's something really cool. And I occasionally make videos. I did a video about a Macintosh clone, so I hope to continue with that series, I guess, of thing. And yeah, that's basically me. Go, Joe, do thing, go.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joe of Joe's Computer Museum. I may look smart, but I only play a smart person on the internet. Anyway, you can go to jcm-1.com and find out what I'm doing. That's my main website. That's got, that's my web store. But there are linkadoodles on there that go to all my social media and my YouTube page and all that stuff. You usually will find me streaming on other people's channels because it is the lowest minimum amount of effort that I am able to do to actually be present on the internet. And I am the laziest person on earth. No, but seriously though, I haven't had a lot of time to actually focus on doing my own like mentally focused content on my own channel, as my wonderful patrons have seen that I haven't posted a video in over a year. Anyway, but hopefully this Marcintosh I will have some more time to do that thing. And I hope to see every one of you here in the chat and in the panel here around this March doing cool things. Mr. Helgeson.
Yes, you can find me on the socials at BlueScuzzi or at Null Eric. You can join our Discord, Open RetroScuzzi, talk about some RetroScuzzi stuff. You can find me on Tinker Different, and yeah, I'm looking forward to any Macintosh content coming out this year or this March, and just seeing what everyone has.
Hi, I'm Mikael, aka Muon. I hang out in Tinker Different, and I'm on these socials. Oops! Oh no, I was lined up earlier. Hang on. There you go.
Yay!
BitBank Social and on Mastodon, on Blue Sky. You can see the links here, but mainly the 1-Bit Fever Dreams YouTube channel. And many people don't know I have another channel focused on DOS, on other computers, maybe a little C64 here and there, but mostly F256K from Retro Phoenix Systems these days. But like this is a throwaway channel for various stuff that doesn't fit the Macintosh black and white aesthetics. So yeah, looking forward to the event this year. And remember that you can check out the hashtag on YouTube. There's probably going to be someone making a playlist there. So it's a great way to catch up on the new content every day. All right, go, Mr. Rivera.
Hello, I am Javier, Hubmaster, Adventures of Retro Computing. I also have 8-bit tees, where you can get the best t-shirts. Better than these guys. Don't believe them. Better than them.
There is no T-shirt for Marcintosh better than this one.
Oh,
Right.
Oh wait, you designed the logo, so okay, yeah.
Right.
anyway, that one. And if you guys want to support me on Patreon, Habmaster, patreon.com/Habmaster. I would love to do that. And I do a lot of 3D things, and I'll be doing a lot of Macintosh things in the near future. That's it, Mr. Eric.
This is a new rule. During the month of March every year, Javier is not allowed to do anything with the Apple II.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good luck.
That's
This is
a
a new
cool.
rule.
I thought you were gonna say he can't put 12 volts to ground.
Well, we can't stop him from
That's my
doing that.
trademark.
There is nothing we can do to stop him
Well,
from doing
there
that.
goes
He's
the
just gonna do it.
entertainment value, you know. So, hi, I'm Eric's Edge. I have stickers. You want a sticker? Let me know. They're good for scaring small children and other things. Anyway, you can find me on bitbang.social on Mastodon and at Eric's Edge Videos on YouTube and on fine programs like this with these people, these fine people. So, when do I get my $20, Ron?
It's in the mail. It's in the mail.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Hold on, let me get out my checkbook.
But basically, I guess that just sort of.
Hi, I
Trina.
haven't talked.
Well, you got to talk faster.
Well, everybody was talking, so I didn't want to talk over you.
He gave you a solid 2.5 seconds there.
I know.
I know, right?
More than
Hi, I'm Trina of Trina's Technobabble. You can find me here on the YouTubes, where, if you watch my last stream, I was testing a bunch of DDR memory. It is now all tested.
Yay!
So there's an update on that.
So how many of those racks do I have to send you to store it now, Trina?
I have
Like
no
8 or
idea.
9,000?
But if anybody needs any DDR 400 256 sticks, hit me up. I have plenty of them. You can also find me over on Blue Sky, Trina's Technobabble. And if you can, you don't have to, because obviously I understand people have different financial situations, but you can support me over on Coffee at Trina's Technobabble. So.
That's always nice.
Just want to address something real quick. Jeremy is asking for a French pronunciation. Poteau. There you go. Carry on.
Oh, so it's the same as potato.
Nah,
Oh no.
not as nourishing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but that should bring us to the end of this fun little kickoff meeting. I just want to again encourage everybody to maybe take a second and get their Mackie and hold it towards the camera, since that's what everybody else is doing.
Oh, hold on.
No.
I also have,
it's the state of Ohio.
I also have a TUI.
A
so-
TUI. Nice. But I want to thank everybody that took a few seconds out of their Sunday evening to spend it with us. And I encourage you to head over to marchintosh.com to go ahead and see some of the cool content and stuff that we have laid out for you. That is hopefully will take some of the stress out of first year participation in this event. So people like Trina that want to just try to test the waters with it and maybe not make a huge commitment with like a 9-hour documentary about the split of Mac Write, Mac Pro over to the ClarisWorks Corporation. You don't have to do that. That's not what we're asking. We're asking you have some fun. And so if you can manage that, I know we'll have fun too, and everyone will have a good time. So I guess that's it. So thank you, everybody. We look forward to seeing all the cool content that you'll be cranking out. Let's see, starting on Friday. So Friday is the first day of Marchintosh. Don't forget that we do have a leap year this year, so you have a 1-day reprieve to get your videos finished up. So don't worry, it goes on for an entire month. It's sort of a slow burn. But it's always nice to see some strong content at the beginning. So use that hashtag, make some fun content. We love you. Thank you for your time. Good night. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, I hit end. Let's see if it